listen to that, when you guys are going to speak, you're going to have to like actually face the mic because...
Penis.
Thank you. Thank you. Because it was very faint in the test thing. All right. Cheers. Happy New Year, fellas.
Cheers.
We're back. 6 fellas, 4 mics. This is going to be awful.
I've seen that video before.
And now I feel like we need to have a hazing initiative whenever someone gets nods.
Yeah.
Willie,
You have to.
the next individual to get nods, what's your punishment?
Pass it around, son.
How about you share with the Autosphere what you got, why you got it, and go from there.
This mic setup. I wish everyone could see this mic now.
You can't hold it with both hands. That's half the problem.
Currently, one black cylinder is sitting inside the hole of another black cylinder.
That I'm trying to hold with 2 hands right now, and it's just not working out for me.
It's a familiar sight.
You think we're trusted with thousands of dollars worth of deadly equipment. Not trusted, but we still have it.
Goddamn right we do. I picked up the old Rick's RNV 31, so a pretty direct knockoff of a PBS 31 setup.
Sure.
I mean, it's been a while.
They look nice and compact.
I was gonna say they're very, very
Mine
compact,
are not.
very light.
I mean this respectfully. Mine is bigger, but in the worst way though. These are nice.
Yeah,
Mine is sweet.
Mine is perfect boyfriend size. Yours is like one night stand size. So
Big ones hurt.
you know, I did get the battery pack. It is currently at home.
Ooh. That's something I'm trying to figure out now post purchase.
Wait, you brought your nods out and you didn't bring the battery pack with it?
It's got
It's probably got a battery
how are
in
we
there,
gonna
right?
look through it?
It's got a battery. It's got a battery you can add as well. I brought a nice
An
singular,
onboard battery, yeah.
singular AA that I run it.
I forgot these have articulated locks.
Yeah, runs on AA.
Yeah, that's how mine are running right
Gen
now.
2 Plus. Right, I believe is 2 Plus.
What's the first thing you looked at when you got them?
His dick.
No, I think the first thing I looked at was out my back door the stars, which
Okay.
yeah.
I'm disappointed in you.
Well, you know, I don't have a helmet for it yet. It's supposed to get delivered tomorrow, which kind of pissed me off a little bit because I ordered the Protection Group Denmark helmet, and it said 3 to 5 business days to be delivered.
Okay.
The only partner of Protection Group Denmark in the U.S. that doesn't keep stock of their helmets in the U.S. and drop ships from Denmark is the company that I ordered from without knowing.
Of course.
Till 6 days later when I seen it pop up on Reddit as a new post like, hey, these guys kind of fuck you. I've been waiting for 6 months, and I was like, uh-oh. I don't like that. I ordered mine on Black Friday.
Oh, so yeah, speaking of Black Fridays, I don't know who else in the chat said their Black Friday order from someplace just shipped. My Texas Holsters order finally shipped.
I think that was
What?
E. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got
Oh,
his,
yeah,
you got his
yeah,
defense mechanism.
That's
Yeah.
what it was, yeah.
Kit.
He was like, holy shit. Like, I know it takes a while, but
Yeah,
damn.
that shit takes... Mine took exactly 8 weeks to get shipped from Defense Mechanisms.
Lovely.
But, yeah, that's Gen 2 Plus. Surprisingly clear. Very little noise until you get, like, we went to my aunt's for Christmas Eve. Went to the jet black basement, and it was all noise.
Yeah.
I had yet to figure out the online or the onboard IR illuminator, so...
Mine doesn't really do anything, I will say. So
I've seen some videos, though. This one looks pretty solid for an
Okay.
onboard illuminator, so we'll find out maybe
Tight.
tonight. But other than that, I got the old knockoff G24 mount that Quad had recommended, and
You could buy 2 of them for the price of one of the other ones.
I know.
2, you can buy...
And you're gonna probably
almost
break
4.
it anyways. We're all retarded.
I have that.
I will also add, when you see extreme noise in your night vision, just start shooting at the sounds. The noise is just visual.
You're not fucking wrong. But no, you can order 4 of those things for that. I spent $100. I got it on a deal.
Nice.
So even better. Actually, 5.
I'm
'cause-
gonna knock it on shit. And
Yeah.
I don't have a government to fucking pay me for new ones.
Fucking hell.
It's true.
Someone offered me one. They're like, I'll give it to you for a deal. And I'm like, what's the deal? They're like, $450. And I'm like, that's not a deal. That's basically full price.
If I was Korean, I can leave them on the floor for for crying out loud.
That was like I
Could've
don't
got
know
quads
if you
for free.
checked the tax swap DMs. I was dicking around. I was looking for just like different Glock slides, to just try new things out with. I want to see if I want to run the dagger with just the PB3, just to see how it feels. And I found someone with like a 19.3 Brownell slide ported,
Okay.
but it was pretty beat up. and it's a Gen 3 Brownell slide. He's saying for like 150. I was like, you take 100 and I'd cover the shipping, to ship it to here. And he just pressed no. I was like, no counter offer, nothing, just no. I was like, all right, we're on tax swap. It's like there's no paint left on this piece of shit slide. Just give me the fucking thing. But
You can get a pretty decent Zeb slide that's ported for $150, and Zeb is like.
then I think just tax swap being tax swap is retarded. Like the prices for used like Zev slides and likewise
crazy.
Are as expensive, if not more, than if I were to jump on Optics Planet, buy it new with the coupon.
Yeah. I was going to say, aren't those Brownell slides like $175 new anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knocks
And
off
you might be able
$25
to
a
get
decades
it
of use.
cheaper too, because Garrett at RAS is sponsored by Brownells.
True.
Ooh, good to know.
Yeah.
I'll be speaking with him after this.
Yep.
Don't the Prepared Minus boys have
They don't
Brownell's
have
discount code?
They don't have Brownells. Yeah. I think Austin has a code for custom night vision, maybe.
No, he does not. I asked.
Hit him up.
Yeah. Because I tried to hit him up for to order a pair of these, and I got these from Nick's Night Vision, based out of Minnesota.
Yeah, Nick's night vision fucks hard. His Insta is fucking sick.
Dude, fuck super hard. He sent me a code to get a hookup on the battery pack. I got these for $4,000 flat, so I think all in all with the battery pack, I'm $4,200. And
Nice.
I think battery pack, mount, and nods, helmet, I'm sub $5,000, which
That's huge for binos, yeah.
for binos and a level 3A helmet that's actually ballistic rated. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It might be a little heavy, but I think it says 2.01 pounds for the size large. So
Tight.
not super heavy compared to like the OpScore or the Team Wendy. I think
it's lighter, like half a pound lighter than the Team Wendy.
I was gonna say I think it's actually lighter than Team Wendy, but like a quarter pound heavier than OpScore, which
I would have to check. I think it's 0.3 lighter than the Hycom then.
is it that.
Yeah, because you got to figure out the full weight with the unit. Because I think with my Tonto on I haven't checked it recently, but I know it was like a little over 5 pounds with the Tonto level 3A helmet, contacts on it. So it weighs a little bit more now that I got a cover on it.
Yeah,
and
full
some
setup.
comms and all that kind of stuff. So
I figure all in all with these, I'll probably be somewhere around 6.5 pounds once I get Ear Pro. I still got to figure out Ear
it
Pro
might
though.
be less. Because
Yeah.
if you're already at 2.1 or whatever it was.
2.01.
Yeah.
So just
you're-
at 2
you'll
pounds.
be probably right around 5 then.
That'd be nice.
Is that feeling that compared to like the Tonto I have? It's a little bit heavier, but it's not much.
I mean, I opted to go for the because there's the RNV 31s and then the 31Ss, which is the standard glass. That was an extra $2,700, which I passed on. And then at that point, I could have just went to I think it's the C or the E, where it's got the integrated thermal for $9,800, which would have been fucking sick. But I didn't have $10,000 to spend.
And at some point, you got to go, this isn't
Man,
my full-time
send me
job. As much as I want it to be my full-time job, I'm not putting this stuff on for a living. So.
And that's the thing is, I'm like, as cool as it would be to have like integrated thermal, and then I showed my dad, and he's like, how much were those? After he told me it's a waste of money to buy nods. He's
How
like,
many pump and dump schemes do we get those?
Yeah. He's like, so what's that gonna run me? And I'm like, well, these ones are 4, but they got integrated thermal. He's like, how much are those ones? I want those ones. I'm like, of course you fucking do. I'm like, they're 10. He's like, might get those during summer. I'm like,
All we have to do is start a crypto.
I'm like, you motherfucker.
What's crazy is you can get for that price, you can almost get an L3 PVS 14 and then a clip-on that you can put on monocle. You can put it on your rifle.
It'll be a bit better quality too.
Yeah. I did recently find out though, which actually I found out you can get L-bit and L3 tubes for these housings.
You can now.
Yeah, so if you go with the integrated thermal with L3 tubes, it's $13,000. So basically the same price as PVS 31s with integrated
even
thermal into it.
BMVDs or
Fuck.
Yeah, but if you get the clip-on for these, it actually, with all the tubes, L-bits, L3s, these are the Chinese tubes, whatever the fucks, it actually burns a image into the tube because it's in front of the tube. So the integrated is behind the tube. On these, it's in front. So it actually burns into the tube itself, and you can't get rid of that.
Interesting.
So I found that out when talking to Nick, because I was like, hey, I might do a clip-on after this. He's like, I would highly recommend against it, no matter what tube you go with, because it actually messes up your tube pretty bad.
you got the Cadi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he's like, and I sell them, and I obviously make a profit off of them. He's like, I recommend against them. I'm like, well, maybe I'll buy another set just for fun then.
Yeah.
Like for $4,000, it's kind of hard not to, but fuck it. So yeah, that's the setup for now at least, and we'll see where it goes down the line and what I can't finagle into maybe some integrated thermal with L3 tubes out of my father.
Neat.
There you go. Just trade them one day.
Yeah,
You don't know how to turn on the thermal function, idiot.
I'm like, listen, if one day I just happen to take your nods out, that's on
They
you.
look the same.
That's how he got into suppressors, because he bought a 300 blackout, and he's like, well, now I need a suppressor, and he's like, well, now I need a laser, and I'm like, so you've got all the capabilities to run nods without nods, and he's like, well, yeah, but that's a dumbass purchase. And then I bought him, he's like, well, now I need nods. I'm like,
What else do you want?
yeah. He wants a 50 cal, and I'm like,
Speaking of 50 cal, holy shit! The guy who won. So I'm part of these like gun raffles. The guy who won the 50 cal for Thanksgiving also just won the one for September.
Damn.
Both government run with like Night Force. I was like,
Shit's rigged.
yeah,
the boy
100%,
spent
that's rigged.
$200 and got
You mean to tell
like
me
20
you don't
grand
believe in
rifles.
elections, but you believe the giveaways are fair?
I guess I'll stick to blackjack and the stock market because that got me.
No, you're right.
nods and a
Casinos play
rifle.
fair too.
Sir,
So does the
Maybe
stock
not
market.
gun
can I interest you in Bitcoin?
Hey, now,
The Hawk 2
What if
coin's
you
doing
just
really
give
well.
me all your money and then I'll funnel it to a guy who knows what to do with it, and then from there I'll give you your profit back.
Pablo Escobar?
Yeah, you may or may not see that money again.
yeah, probably
won't.
not. Probably
Risk
not.
99% failure rate, but that
Speaking-
1% chance is like penny stocks. We'll get you moving, get your money. You're gonna be driving a Lambo in Miami with 2 fat titty Latinas and asses, right on a 20 to 30 foot yacht. Come on.
Speaking of Haktua,
Oh, Lord.
What a segue.
yeah,
This is a
right.
great segue.
I
Didn't
was
have
in-
that on the bingo
I was
card.
I was in Hazel Park the other day, and I saw
Oh, boy.
a beat up Dodge Ram with Haktua in vinyl lettering across the windscreen and Trump in vinyl lettering across the back screen.
Shocker
Now, how
there.
you feel about the back window?
Back shots.
I-
Back
I'll
shots
let-
only.
I'll
You
let
mean
you.
back
I'll let-
shots only?
well, we can argue
You
that.
mean crossing the
but
family hallway at 2
Hawk-
a.m.?
You put Haktua on your windscreen. I hope he had a vinyl printer. He didn't actually pay money for that.
Oh, you know he paid a shit ton.
He
But if
paid
he-
some Chinese
But if
seller
he
for
did pay money for that, I hope he also bought that stupid Hawk 2 coin.
You
it.
know
He
did.
probably just paid some Chinese seller on
Probably did.
Amazon for it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He's wishing he was the spring that was twisted in their former job's factory.
Lovely. You actually shared an interesting stat while I was in the city of dreams, Chicago,
Chirac.
for New Year's, my
You
favorite
just
city.
mentioned Hickok 45 there, too.
Oh,
Damn, that would have made it
Yeah.
worth it.
he was
was
down
at O Block.
He was on O Block with a fucking Glock switch.
Standing on business.
That
All right.
was 100%. I seen that, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." I seen it on Reddit. Went straight to his YouTube channel. It was
What an
legit.
animal.
Hickok 45.
Oh, nice.
Some old man that is a fucking gangster shooter.
Well, if he's in Chicago with the switches, tell him to come to Dearborn.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Hey,
as
listen,
good there.
Listen, I'm sold on that one.
Yeah, get him on the homeland. But
Get him in like a 2006 Jeep Cherokee, have him do donuts in the center, just rip that
U-Haul
fucking
truck.
switch.
U-Haul truck.
Oh, that's what it
I've got a
Um,
buddy in Washington who now works at U-Haul. Segue to that one. He dismantles U-Haul trucks that they're decommissioning. I'm like, bro, I just need one for like 6 to 8 months, and I'll
that's
bring
all,
it back.
just 6 to 8 months.
I'm like, listen, I'll bring it back. You can say you demolished it.
You give me all the money, we'll funnel it to the top and make some money. Give me the U-Haul.
But the article you shared, which I love because I love ragging on New York and Chicago, was that nearly 2,800 shooting victims were reported
Yep.
in 2024, while I believe the number of troops killed in Afghanistan between January. What was it?
I think it's January of 2013 to current.
No, like
It was like-
it's
It's
the whole war.
01.
The whole war.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
The
like
beginning of
20
July.
plus
Yeah, no
years.
Shit, maybe it was
like,
2000, not
Grant-
2010. Fuck.
Granted, the stats of Chicago aren't deaths, but if you literally just take the last 4
Shooting
years of
victims
shooting
still.
deaths, it's more than still in all of GWAT.
Listen,
In
I'm-
terms of military troops, that's
how many-
not counting
how many of-
CIA.
how
and
many
all
of
this
those are
extra,
just
but
innocent kids on the side of the road.
Well, most of them are going to
Probably
be
quite a few.
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Statistically, they had to be self-inflicted, but still, it's an interesting stat given how how everything's a felony there.
That number, it would be
Astronomical,
like
to say the least.
an insane difference.
Do you think Chicago has a lot of shootings because it's the windy city and they don't take windage into account?
That must be why they took down all those monitors for taking in gunshot noise. Like, the wind.
We're getting too much wind noise.
No, they were
Wind's just
racist,
going on.
remember?
Oh,
They
yeah,
disproportionately affected black people, they determined. Because the
Craziest thing.
gunshot detection machines were racist.
Well,
I mean, I don't
I
know.
only imagine where they set them up.
Austin. Where else? Probably predominantly black neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Is what they did.
You know what? Someone
like-
call up ChatGPT and ask them, which percentage
I've been on the
of the
grind.
population commits most of the crimes. And see how that
13 and
answers.
60.
And then
He's allowed to say that, by the way, in case anyone's wondering.
Cross-correlate that with the most privileged population, the economic status
The
of
Asians.
those neighborhoods.
They gave us
Get money,
rooftop
money, money.
Asians. That's cool.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they did. The rooftop Asians, we need to bring that shit back. That went hard.
They call it the rooftop Asians, but it was really the rooftop Koreans.
Well,
They are Asian.
But
Yeah, but I mean, like,
they are. a
Wait,
subset
wait.
of the-
Let him cook. Where are you going with this?
Russians are Asian too.
they also have
Yeah, yeah.
faced the ultimate test, which is when a National Guardsman from Michigan shoots a tank round through their second floor of their house.
Fair. I'll give you that. That's fair.
Huh?
They didn't let that happen yet. Oh, back during the civil riots, a National Guardsman let a tank round loose through a building in Detroit.
Have you never heard of this?
You don't slip
never
the
heard of
trigger
this?
on a tank.
They also bombed like half a city block in Philadelphia.
I did know that. They dropped C4 on them and from
Cops-
helicopters.
The fucking cops did.
Yeah, the cops dropped C4 from helicopters. and
Oh,
blew up half
speaking
the
of cops, let's talk about the Louisiana cop. The chief of police there, who
Holy
is
cow.
older than either my grandmother, or my mom, or my dad's side. It's crazy.
The only
She's
thing
old
she's
dirt.
policing in
She's
is a
old dirt.
bakery.
She didn't realize that
They
bollards-
had barricades.
That bollards were a thing. Yeah.
That they spent like what was it, 22,
lot
$44
of-
million to
yeah.
install?
Say close to $50 million for some barricades that they
Didn't know
installed.
they were there.
Yep.
This is the same lady got fired from her post in California for running somebody over.
More than one somebody.
She then sued for getting fired and somehow won that lawsuit.
I mean, it's California. That's just what they
she's
do.
a cop.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
California. It's that together with being a cop, just fucking peak level of accountability. Or
I
lack
will
of-
Talk
say-
about privilege.
yeah.
I will say I
Fuck.
was, because of all the videos of what happened there over New Year's. There's a pretty clear camera on the street where you can see the driver of the pickup truck turning down Bourbon Street, and while the barricades weren't up, they had a cop posted at the street entrance, but it's just one cop, and the dude just went right around him, right in front of the cop, pulled literally right in front of the police cruiser. I don't even know if he had to mount the curb. He just went right around
No,
and
he
drove
didn't. He
straight
just
down
went
the
straight
fucking
down it.
street. And and as unfortunate as it was, what gave me a little bit of hope was there was the sort of the caption under that video for this particular post was like, oh, shout out to the boys in blue for responding to this thing. Here's another image of it or whatever. And the first two comments like, yeah, thank God we have good police and all that. And then the next 3 or 4 were like, they literally let him drive right in front of them. They let it happen. What are you talking about? And I was like, okay, cool. Like, people are starting to sort of wake up and go, it's their job to fucking stop this thing, and they didn't stop it. And that's sort of like the gist of law enforcement, whether it be school shootings or whatever. They don't stop anything. They've never stopped anything. They just respond to it. And at that point, it's too late.
Well, and
The,
then go ahead.
Supreme Court has ruled that they have no that there's no obligation for them to protect you, for them to stop
right.
Any crime in progress. They just have to let it happen and investigate afterwards.
Yep.
And then the response time. I mean, the cop was
100 feet away.
You'll
Yeah.
probably have to get a little closer.
the cop after the fact was maybe 100 feet away. I'll probably give him the benefit of the doubt. He was like 100 yards, 300 feet away, and the guy was able to drive all the way down the street, crash the truck, get out of the truck, pull a rifle out, start shooting people before the cop was like anywhere near to shoot the guy.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, it's
rough.
American citizen.
Yep.
one of the
Army trained. What he got out in 2015, and then for the last 5 years, so for 5 years after that was a reservist, and he's only been out for 4.
Yeah.
And that New York Times reporter who did that walkthrough, who
What
the
fuck?
Who the fuck gave them
let
access?
her into that? What's
What
the
lack
narrative?
of fucking
What's the narrative that they're
communication
trying
there?
to tell? If they're willing to just let, when have you ever seen any reporter just
So,
no
devil's
gloves,
advocate for that,
finger
right?
fucking,
Actually, I'm a reporter. I would like to see
the
it.
entire goddamn fucking scene of like, you're sure you thoroughly process his fucking house?
So you might need to angle that closer to you, but you're still coming through. But I guess devil's advocate, to add to your point, why didn't we get a full walkthrough of Luigi's place
Or
when
the-
he was accused of terrorism before that guy even was?
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, to your point, what is the fucking end goal with that?
Yeah.
What was the thought process behind that?
Like, you know what? The New York Times, they've got this place fucking covered on lock. We're gonna let some
Does
newspaper
anyone
shit
even know
come
who this
in.
reporter is? Has she done anything before?
She,
I'm not
Based?
expecting any of us
That's
to know
fucking
that.
based.
Yeah.
she reports on people coming in through the southern border, and she speaks Spanish. It
That
says
was funny
literally
too.
in her
so,
fucking
like,
bio.
That was a narrative that started before they identified the guy
Yeah.
in several places.
Oh, a ton
before,
of places.
Before Fox got a hold of it, it was started either on I think it was an Instagram
think it was
post
Instagram.
where they were like, "We clocked this guy coming in through the southern border like
No, you
2
didn't.
weeks ago." And I
No,
was
you
like,
didn't.
Wow, that was fast. I didn't
you
even
know
know his
That's,
name yet.
that's some Alex Jonesy ass
Crazy
shit.
as shit.
well,
ever.
no. Do you know what the mix-up is with that? Was that truck was in Mexico?
Yeah.
2 days
okay.
prior, and it
Okay.
crossed. That's I think why that came out is it said, "Hey, this truck is the
I mean,
data shows
technically
across the
speaking,
border."
it did come from Mexico 2 days
Yeah.
prior. It just wasn't him being the one to do
Driving
it.
Someone rented it through
Yeah.
Toro previously.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
drove it down to
Yeah.
Mexico and drove
That's
it
why
back
that
through
came.
Mexico.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
I can see the misconstrued there. I actually had a friend that was her hotel was 3 blocks away, and she was down on Bourbon Street when it happened.
Shit.
She was walking back to her hotel and going up the elevator, passed out, woke up the next morning because she was flying back to Michigan, seen it on the news, didn't know it happened at all. I'm like, how the fuck? First of all, you just completely missed that one. And then, did anyone else see the ATF segue into police's lack of fucking responsibility? No, knocked someone's house, knocked on the front door, gave him 28 seconds, kicked the door, and killed the
So
guy.
they did knock.
They-
That was generous.
Yeah. They knocked and immediately went in before he could even get there. Killed the guy, ended up being the wrong house for a
Oops.
non-violent, like, very low-level possible crime that they didn't even have proof that the person they were actually going after had committed. They just thought maybe they kind of sort of think they know what they're talking about with,
What's crazy
with
is
this one person.
that team, and especially the asshole who pulled the trigger, gets to go home, sit down,
Yeah.
probably over a shitty dinner, and complain, "Man, today was a bitch."
That's
That's just how he went along after that. It's crazy.
I hope it was the shittiest fucking Salisbury steak oven dinner that his wife didn't cook properly and it was cold in the middle.
Swanson Salisbury
Yeah.
steak
That one. That's the one. Swanson's fucking Salisbury steak. I hope it
under
was fucking cooked.
microwaved.
Under microwave.
So speaking
the mac
about
and cheese was
domestic
fucking chewy.
terrorism, right? We've got a lot of them. We got the cyber bomber, the guy who decided to put on a fireworks show outside Trump Tower in a Tesla Cybertruck, which is dope. I mean, like that's sending a message. That is a very strong message.
But he was very clearly on the record a Trump supporter, which is odd.
Yeah.
His wife
Yeah.
was very anti-Trump, though.
Well,
I did know that.
yeah.
that segues into.
You think she MK Ultra'd his ass?
Well, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't
During
say
the
that,
pegging
but
session, she was like, drive a Tesla in front of Trump Tower and blow it up.
Well, and that segues kind of the theory is is that guy still alive? And was the reason why he picked a Trump Tower was because he knew the media attention he was going to get from that?
If he managed to wrangle himself a corpse, shoot it in the skull, right?
It's Las Vegas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's not a hard task.
Like
you just go to the homeless
a
fucking tunnels below
vagrant,
Vegas.
a vagrant corpse, put it in the front seat, shoot it, that's already dead, shoot it in the head, light off your bomb, which barely injured anybody.
Israeli weapon.
Barely injured
with an
anybody.
Israeli weapon.
Right?
Ironic
To
that it
send a
came from the
message.
fucking
More power to him.
Israelites.
More power to him. If he decided to end his own life and do it, more power to him as well. I hope he's somewhere in Mexico sipping Mai Tais with big titty Latina goth bitches.
Not his.
I didn't even know they made those.
Yo,
They
bro,
do.
Let me,
Sir,
Oh,
they do.
shit.
Let
They
me-
do.
let me put you onto some game on Instagram after this.
They
one.
do.
There you go.
They do. You gotta watch out
My
for
man
that.
Demo put me
You
on
gotta watch
game.
their chancla games on point.
Oh,
Homes.
yeah.
That's the slippery slope.
Protect
It's like
your
when it
neck.
puts you on some game on Instagram, next thing you know, you're about to shoot yourself in the head in front of Trump Tower
Can
before lighting off a propane tank and fireworks in the back of a Cybertruck.
Can confirm.
Segue from
Same.
all that nonsense to homie in Virginia who was a pipe bomb aficionado,
Expert maybe.
connoisseur,
Yeah.
Hobbyist.
collector,
Hobbyist. I feel like
collector,
hobbyist.
one would say. 150 pipe bombs all over the place.
I
Some
too
of
would
them
like to
in
figure
a
out how to make
backpack
150
in his
pipe
bedroom.
bombs.
They found all those ballots. Good for them.
Hasn't been charged with terrorism.
No, he's not.
Good for him. It's like taxidermy. It's
Yeah.
just laying around.
But one man decides to express his judgment of the healthcare system. And
I
all
was
of a
gonna say-
sudden, he's a terrorist.
I was gonna say,
Did
to
we-
be fair, he wasn't going after people that are funding the current government, so that's why we're not calling it terrorism. When the guy that kind of, I don't want to say did right, but like did something the general populace can get behind a little bit.
So one thing I do want to check, and I know I'm standing right in front of a computer, so I could check it if I really had the willpower to, was the woman who got arrested for saying deny,
Yes.
defend, depose over
Yes.
the phone also getting tacked like terrorism
Yes,
charges
she
on?
had terrorism charges tacked onto her.
I saw that.
But
I saw
pipe
you
by me,
shared
dude.
that, right?
Yep, but pipe
okay,
by
I
me,
wasn't
dude.
sure. Okay.
And I checked. She did.
Unbelievable.
Some lady who was just in the heat of
Just
the moment.
words.
Just
Just
you know,
words.
just
She doesn't own guns. Not a single one.
And she's sick or injured,
woman
so
is a
like she
gun.
poses no threat clearly.
A woman is an unloaded gun. Don't get it twisted.
But
But no, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Get her mad. She's a loaded gun.
anybody want to learn how to make pipe bombs? Reach out to me on Instagram.
That will be redacted from the podcast. I can guarantee
They are
that.
scrounged.
I can't control what he does on Instagram.
I'll
It's
tell you.
none of mine.
I'll tell you.
All in-
Anyone knows how
It's
to make
easy.
fireworks?
Oh, I know how to make fireworks. I'm not gonna out myself with what I made over the winter. Never mind.
But on top of everything that happened in New Year's, and there was also I forget which state that starts with the night it happened, and the guy who got bagged for planting an IED on a train, all around New Year's as well. Year of the IED seems to be the message here. And on one of the latest unsubscribed podcasts, Wendigoon was on. He was talking about how he was helping a lot of the folks in the Appalachian area still post-hurricane. And there's another podcast too. I can't remember who or what it was, but a lot of the messaging around it was, even before all the IED nonsense, was medical, IFAC. Like, you saw people, going down to help people of the hurricane and, posting pictures and, like, full kit rifles, things, maybe one IFAC, but, like, who are you going to help with that, right? The same thing, if you were in Louisiana when that went down, or if you were at some place where a bomb went off, like, cool, it's great. Obviously, you want to have a gun in that situation, but you're going to help more people with medical equipment and know-how. And so that's something that I'm really going to be using my HSA for heavily is, actually stocking like med kits, more IFACs, and keeping them in places, and just, I think, getting really familiar with that. Yeah.
Those aren't war.
Yeah. So
If you actually want a good resource to look at for wargaming through these events is the Boston Marathon bombing, right? Those were IEDs that were planted,
Yep.
the bomb, and you can see in the responses of people who were saved were obviously attended to quickly,
Yep.
but you had a lot of improvised tourniquets,
Sure.
right? And so that's another thing is that an improvised tourniquet is a thing. We wouldn't recommend it. When for $30, about $30, you can have a great tourniquet
Right.
that you can carry.
And again, you can use your HSA
Yeah.
if you have
And
one.
if you were on Twitter today, apparently a tampon is good.
Oh fuck,
For
we're back
a
on
long
that
time.
again.
It is not. Nope. It is not. Nope.
That
Nope.
is-
Nope.
that
Nope.
is-
I will 100%. I will 100%. And you can.
Yeah.
You can fist fight me.
100%
I'll
smooth.
tell you where you can come and fist fight me over it. A tampon is not good.
It's just gonna soak blood.
If
No pressure.
none of y'all have ever had any experience with women, if you think a fucking tampon is going to stop a
you need like
gun
8 of them
wound.
and still a roll.
If you,
It-
can,
no.
if you can like soak it in quick clot, then sure.
Yes,
that works.
yes. If
Well,
it
my
is, yeah,
t-shirt will
sure,
work.
sure. If it is you might be onto a thing. A quick clot tampon
Yeah.
might be an instant. Just shove it right in the hole.
Hello, Sharks. This evening, I'm seeking a $1 million investment for 10% of my
They
company.
do make that. It's a pen.
Yeah,
that
it's a
has
syringe.
bunch- yeah,
It's
it's
a-
a syringe with a bunch of like foamy type
Do you-
cotton balls.
do you know
how
much
The
that-
second they hit?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like $300-400.
Yes.
for a
They're
single
$400 a
use.
syringe.
Well, that's
Jason was
because
wondering.
that
who do I need to
that's
shoot
the
to bring that
new
price down?
that's the new quick clot
Yeah.
gauze,
Yes,
Which
right?
is going
So
straight to the military.
yeah, and it's
With
a
no
it's like a
field time.
gel. It's
Absolutely
a gel with that with
Yeah.
those like embedded into it, and you shoot the little like pillows of
Yeah. Cotton.
like the cotton, the
film.
gauze, and to stop the wounds.
I
So
mean,
it's-
a scenario where a tampon might be beneficial in something like that is if
You're
the
having a
wound
really
is
wild
large
night in the
enough
club,
and you're
100%.
just trying to fill space.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Even
Even
just-
it
No.
doesn't like blood will leak right through. Like once
Yeah.
it's saturated, it
That's
will
it.
just
I'm
flow
talking
straight
like-
through it.
Like taking
Nope, there's-
gauze, wrapping
no-
around it, throwing it in there,
Nope.
and just keep packing it until
Nope.
We
I
can
would
step,
rather have-
step outside. Hold out your arm.
I would rather have the weight or dimensional volume of a tampon in gauze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
I mean, at that point, you're going to have more actual, because you're not just taking a roll of gauze and just shoving it
Yeah,
in there,
no, you're
right?
not-
Like
I
you're
mean,
packing a
pack
wound.
and
You're
pack.
correct.
Could,
right?
but I
so
would recommend
if you
against
take a tampon and you measure it out to what you could have in gauze, you're having 2 to 4 times as much gauze
Yeah.
on you.
You know who we can
In that-
call to figure this out?
Chad GPT.
Chat GPT.
I'm talking, and what I'm saying is more is like if you have absolutely no gauze left, it's better than nothing.
That's just
to
what you
fill.
happen to find
Like-
on the side of the road
Yeah,
that's
like-
unopened.
Like if the
At
hole's
that
big
point, I
enough,
would
you're
rather-
like,
I'd rather
fuck, I got
stuff
nothing
your
left. I'm just
shirt
trying to.
into it.
Or like
That
I mean,
the only
it,
thing
yeah,
with that,
it's
infection,
and
but,
you know, like
yeah.
if I had to stuff like some sort of hygienic gauze into you and I had nothing, sure, it's better.
Yeah.
It's better than hopes
Truly
and
nothing.
prayers.
Yeah.
Hopes and prayers.
Also,
I'm calling Chat GPT
As a
to see
civilian,
what they have to
those
say.
Israeli bandages with the X-ray tape in them
Hi,
are
I'm
great
ChatGPT,
for
an AI
when
assistant.
they get to the hospital
Just so
on
you
top
know,
of it
our
because they can
conversation
track all the
may
way
be
back
reviewed
to where
for
you found the
safety.
arterial
By
bleed.
continuing this call, you agree to OpenAI's terms and privacy policy.
Oh
So, how can I help you
Don't
today?
call those motherfuckers. And that's not a burner phone.
Oh, my brother
fuck.
Christ, what are you doing?
Is that fuck it?
Fuck
Is can
J-
you use a
J-
tampon for a
Sorry,
bullet
I
wound?
didn't catch that.
Oh my god! Stop talking over her. Can you use a tampon for a bullet wound?
It's not recommended to use a tampon for a bullet wound. It's better to apply direct pressure with a clean cloth.
This is
Why
where,
did- why does
this
it
is
got
where the
up-
cops
Oh
go-
shit! They're showing up, boys. You just hung up on us.
Why does it have up speak? Did anyone hear that?
Yeah.
It sounds like a
literally-
valley go like, no, you
Apply-
can't do that for
Apply
good.
pressure, and it just stopped.
It's like we will be sending
No,
911
it's
EMTs
definitely not.
and
It's
fire-
been an honor, gentlemen.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's
What
been
if
real fun.
we make our own? What if we just ruin the whole environment and just call something a tampon, but it actually is just a roll of gauze that you just pull out of the tampon-shaped thing?
I'm gonna actually segue back to the Boston bomber situation because did anyone else just see who reduced his sentence
Yep.
at the end of his presidency?
Yep.
Or we just gonna let that one slide too?
The one who just sends kids to jail, or I mean, there's plenty of options.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
would love to know. That,
He gave him the
where's
old
the
presidential
why?
pardon. Yeah,
Where's
that's
the why?
he didn't pardon him. He
Well,
commuted
okay.
his sentence.
What the fuck are
Community
you guys talking about?
The why was
Biden community
Biden
jail like
commuted
this.
The sentence of the fucking
Boston Marathon bomber.
Well, because he was sorry about doing it.
Oh shit, he's right. He's right.
I forgot.
shit. My bad.
We negotiate
Someone
with
call Luigi,
terrorists.
dude.
This
Just
is
tell him you're sorry.
America.
These fuck sticks pardon whoever the fuck they want. They get a hair up
gotta-
their fucking
we
ass.
gotta
Somebody-
hash it out.
140 to the Taliban now.
Somebody
Yeah.
probably gave him a $20 million or $20,000 fucking diamond ring to his wife or something, and was just
I
like,
would also like a $20,000 diamond ring.
pardon this guy and that guy.
I
You'd be
want to know the
saying,
logic.
What's a pardon
I will.
cost? What's a pardon cost? It's got to
20
cost
grand?
something.
50 grand?
It's got to
100
cost
grand?
something.
Can I get a preemptive
Hookers
pardon?
and blow.
True. Nah, they don't do they don't do blow. They just do crack.
Hookers and blow are cheap in Gary, Indiana.
True.
Yeah, but the quality is also lacking.
You're not wrong.
There's a triangle, sir. There's a triangle.
You only get so many.
You
2
only
out of
get
3
two
is good
sides of the triangle. You got to pick.
No,
Speaking
you can
of-
get all 3 sides of the triangle.
Fast, cheap, or reliable. You can only have 2.
By the way, in Michigan, they're not called hookers or prostitutes
called
anymore. They're
escorts?
called not even escorts. they are now called commercial sex workers.
Good for them. That's
Respect
And
the
100%.
empowering.
100%. And
As they
100%.
should be.
I support
Leave room for
commercial sex work. If
As
that's
do
something-
I. And
that's
as
something you
long
wanna
as
do.
those girls are
It's just heavy
protected, you
equipment.
keep the drugs and pimps out of it as much as you can.
But I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old, and they're still it's still hookers and blow, man.
Listen, I've got a shirt that specifically says hookers, horsepower, and blow.
Oh, shit.
I bet you have that in every color.
Bet your ass I do. And you want to know the crazy part is I seen some chick wearing it in the racetrack.
Not
And
so.
good times.
My
good
New Year's
times.
resolution. Never mind.
I cooked a goose for Christmas dinner.
Hell of a segue there.
How did that go?
Awesome. It's my first time cooking goose. I put it back in the oven to warm it up while my glazed chestnuts were glazing, I guess. And I dried it out. I dried it
glazed
out a
nuts?
little bit.
But you can't help yourself, can you? You just can't.
I really cannot.
So much fat rendered off of that. I fried some potatoes in it.
I was going to say, did you save
Holy
it?
fuck. Oh yeah.
Fat glazed nuts. Okay.
It
big
is
fan.
in my fridge. It is delicious.
It's your turn with the microphone for the next hour.
But no, it
Privileges
was
are both.
awesome. It was like I did a whole like Austrian. I made like potato dumplings, a braised cabbage, a braised cabbage without juniper berries. So I used gin because gin is juniper berry flavored. So fucking close enough. Some clove studded apples, which actually turned out
Damn.
really nice, almost like a applesauce. So it was really good. Yeah. So that was
And
it.
who says we just talk about guns?
No.
That's all we know.
Yeah.
We can cook.
I
We
bring
have
I
two
bring a
ep-
little
we have,
class to
like
this
an
fucking
entire
podcast.
episode just on cheese.
Grilled cheese, yeah.
Hey, listen. All right,
That
boys.
that
Wait.
is autistic in nature.
I,
though,
I,
too,
so wait, we're on cheese. We're on cheese again.
Oh, Lord.
I was just up north. If you're ever in the Pinky of the Mitten State, there's a
Here's
place
Traverse
called
City.
Leelanau Cheese. They're open 10 to 6. Call ahead. Sometimes they open late. Sometimes they close early. But they make raclette.
Okay, big fan.
So to hit that Austrian, that little bit of Alpsy flavor from the Christmas dinner, I picked up $100 worth of fucking raclette.
Fuck it, yes.
Nice.
Because you don't just walk out with like a half pound of
No.
raclette. No, you don't get up there much. You don't ever find it anywhere. You gotta get it. Now I have to buy a fucking little raclette.
Back to topic
Grill
number
thing.
1 about getting nods. I will now be making grilled cheese at night with the lights off.
It's the first thing I did when I got mine.
I honestly have not. I've been waiting for my helmet so I can make a grilled cheese at night.
New YouTube channel.
It's been killing me.
Just cooking in the pitch black. There's just a black screen. Nobody can see anything except maybe the occasional like stove burner, and it's just you guys cooking.
But you can hear the food cooking.
And at the end, we just whitewash it with a fucking
No,
turbo.
no,
This is a grilled cheese.
The Sony DX8 has like a night vision that you can use.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it'd be
gotta-
funnier to be like only people who are rich enough to afford night vision can see what's
fuck,
happening.
got myself.
Fucking
For the
losers.
Sony DX8 to work that way though, you have
It's
to
extremely
like.
expensive.
Well, no, you have to modify the camera. You got to like pop it open. You have to like wire the
Now
mirror
autistic.
so that it's held
Yep.
open. There's a lot of like steps.
You can
involved.
ship it off to have someone do it, but it costs
the-
like $6,000 to
yeah.
buy the camera and have them do it.
The YouTube channel Flesh Simulator.
Yep,
He goes
Interesting
over
name.
how to do that in like one of his first videos.
he's the man.
Yeah, but the reason that they changed the camera from being operable like that in later models was because people were using it to look through clothes. Because becomes transparent under IR.
Oh, you're fucking shitting me.
So
No, this
people-
was a thing in the early. Yeah, this was a thing in the
Yeah.
early 2000s when the
Yeah,
DXA
there was a
first
lawsuit.
came out.
There was a fucking
People were
class
hacking
action
them.
lawsuit.
I remember this
New
because I'm old.
superpower just unlocked, boys.
Yeah.
He's returning.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it
No,
because
because the camera
it
is fucking nuts expensive to buy when you can find it.
Yeah,
also doesn't penetrate undergarments.
Yeah.
that's fine.
It's just overgarments.
Fuck our undergarments, man.
Yeah,
what are
wait,
they
hold
fucking
on.
roasting my nuts with? Hold up. I saw a video of some crazy
Polyester.
bitch in California saying her coochie was being targeted by frequencies. Now I'm wondering, did they fuck with the underwear?
This guy sends me so much fuck shit on Instagram.
Do you carry your phone in your pocket of your
Well,
pants? Of your pants?
I also keep headphones in all day, so.
Yep.
You cook.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm frying the brain.
Both heads are fried. For
I'm wearing
sure.
a wireless headset
at
with
this
a
point.
wireless headphone
At least
under
the
it.
kids might be alright.
You're
What
gonna
kids?
come out
nothing left.
conehead shaped.
They are cooked by radiation, my friend.
The floor drain is currently targeting me with frequencies.
I get my nuts microwave doing oil changes on cars with adaptive cruise control.
I heard
so-
you can get a med card for that.
Ooh, actually, I need that fixed on my truck.
No.
I wish I never got the adaptive cruise control on my my 4Runner. It is garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's adaptive, but it's fucking cruise control that doesn't work. Which
It is
pisses me
garbage.
off.
fucks.
It will slow me down almost to a dead fucking stop when somebody, if I'm in like the right lane and somebody gets off of at a fucking exit, it'd be like, you need to slow down. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, stop. No, there's people behind me. And then you just get a little bit of schmutz on the fucking front of it, and it's like, we're no longer operating.
Oh yeah, no, we were driving back from Chicago, and her car is brand new 2024 Hyundai. I would say the adaptive cruise control works very well on it. Like light dusting of snow came down, and after 15 minutes, it said, "Nah, nothing works anymore. You're on your own."
No,
I was like,
that's,
damn,
that's
I forgot how to drive.
in
No
the
longer
summertime. In the
responsible.
summertime, it's great. Put it on, just fucking drive. You're on
Yeah.
75, whatever the fuck. You're cruising. But I put it on coming out of fucking the Leelanau, and it was that. It started snowing a little bit. 15 minutes. It
Yeah.
stopped. I'm like, why is the car slowing down all of a sudden?
Okay, I have to find it, but I found for my truck they make it. There is an open source AI company that you could buy this. Basically, it goes in your what is the port? OBD port
Yeah, OBD
at the
port.
bottom, and it learns using machine learning to improve your car self driving and like all that kind of stuff.
Nothing
Wait,
can
wait,
go
wait,
wrong.
no.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
no.
sounds way too sketchy for my taste, and that's why I've got an 08.
How do you invent this plate, right, that uses like a LiDAR
Yeah.
to do this adaptive cruise control, and you don't think, I don't know, shit's gonna build up in front of
Because
it?
engineers don't think.
Fuck no, they
This
don't.
is something
Mine's got
that
a
I
little-
have learned.
Oh no! Yes. So wait, why was it that like Volvo has had
Yes.
for since like since like 1979 has had
fucking 70s.
windshield wipers on the fucking headlights? Okay, nobody else thought about that. It took
BMW
until
does it.
It took until like the 2020s, the late 20 like teens.
No, they did it in the
for,
90s with
for them to
the-
be like,
the E36s and the E46s, and then they stopped in like 2004 till the 2020s because they had mechanical issues. 'cause
but
BMW
now
can't
they
fucking do shit.
offer a defrost. You can get defrosted.
You have to pay for a subscription for that
Headlights.
though.
Yep.
You pay a monthly subscription for your heated seats, your electric start, and your defrosted headlights and mirrors.
And your printer.
Yup. It's,
Well, the printer's been that way for 30 fucking
it's
years,
like a
man.
it's like a $250 to a $500 monthly subscription for all of those things through BMW, and I believe Jaguar does the same.
fuck BMW and
You know how
Jaguar.
pissed I would be if I'm driving down the freeway. It's like, you discovered a premium feature. And it's like, you got to start paying, buddy, if you want to use that.
Your heated seat no longer works. Your
That's
monthly
right.
subscription.
You
The
no
only
longer go
expired.
70 miles an hour. It's a $20
My
a month.
shit would have terminal blocks in the most random places, just bypass and 12 volts to that shit. Just be like, it's always on, don't touch the steering wheel. I'm wearing gloves in the summer, just like fucking sweat.
Well, speaking of that, there was, what the fuck did I missed? Somebody, there's a, I know there's a lawsuit against Apple for Siri listening in on you.
Yep.
But I think there's
would've
also,
guessed Siri?
there is a lawsuit against, I forget what car company it is, because
Ford, it's basically the big three. All three of them are involved in it.
For the like the navigational,
Yeah.
like all this like subscription ass
Ford
shit
was their proponent
to like
of it, yes.
run your fucking car and stuff.
Yeah. And they were listening in on you and sending it to the police. Yeah.
Or
Ford started that.
advertising.
Yeah.
Was it? It was they were target specific ads to you.
Here's something that'll piss you all off: is that with the telematics in cars now, if you're the original owner of a car purchased at a dealership, the telematics can send your driving info, like the way that you drive, to your insurance
They've
company.
been doing that.
Yeah,
GM's gotten busted doing that.
I was gonna say they've gotten quite a bit of trouble for that.
So
allegedly.
if you bought a brand new car from a dealership and you got it registered and everything at the dealership,
Yep.
they can send all of that info to your insurance agency, and then your rates will rise, and they won't tell you that it's happening.
There was a Reddit thing. Dude let his son take his brand new vehicle out. The son hooked his iTunes up to it or
Yeah,
something to play
I remember
music
that.
through it, and they wanted all of his information. Dude's an adult, right, and owns own car, own insurance on that and everything. Nope, your insurance is not going up because you have a second driver on it.
Wow.
Yeah. They took the full 9 fucking yards on that kid. Well, not kid because he was an adult.
And
but-
they wonder why Luigi's a hero.
The Panopticon is real, my man. They are always monitoring you.
That's why I won't buy anything newer than 2010 because fuck that
Or
shit.
you can buy it secondhand.
I like a good cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
Always. If you're gonna come see me, come see me. Life's boring sometimes.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna name drop somebody, but we're good.
Hope you got level
Do
4
it.
clicks, bud.
Tarbers.
Yeah.
Tarbers. Since the last fucking podcast, I was up in your neighborhood, bud.
Yeah.
I went to Sunrise Cafe. I asked about you. They said you were a bitch.
You know what? I'm not taking it out this time. I'm letting it run. Fuck it.
Oh shit, that was.
Dude also asked me if I wanted to buy a fucking cafe, and you know what? I fucking thought about it.
That'd be nice.
Fuck visiting his side of town. We're just gonna move to his side of town and harass him
We're
at
just
his
gonna
favorite cafe.
colonize his side of town.
100%.
Like, hey, bitch, we own a new cafe in town. What's
children
up?
instead of Christian children?
There's a new gay mosque going up in Tarbers' neck of the woods. I wonder how that got there.
Hey, and to add on top of it, we're gonna add some interracial kids in there. He's gonna fucking lose.
Did y'all
his
hear about
shit.
him and Lucas's affair?
Oh. That came out. They finally came out of the closet together.
I
huh?
hate to say it too, but Goon Operational's been
Yeah.
dabbling up in there as well.
Didn't they change?
used to be-
Operational Industries now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case anyone doesn't know,
Just-
prior it
just
was Goon
stand on it.
Operations.
I hate when people change it. Just
Wait,
stand
what is
on
this?
Operational
was-
Industries. It
yeah.
used to be Goon.
They used to be Goon Operational Group.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, it's sick merch.
They were pretty close to Gag
Op
though.
Industries has been around for a hot minute.
Yeah,
I
they
stopped
started-
following them because they are a little loose in the pocket about their whole Christian nationalism thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Are
they
they?
started as Goon Operational.
Shout out, pointed right at his dick.
That's how all the P320 indies happen. Just mashing it into his leg, trying to slam the brace home. But no, you want something really funny?
Always.
Go on Reddit and look up whether or not the P320s going off on their own are a real thing, or if people just like are handling them improperly.
Like babies are putting their fingers in the holster because the holster's wrong for the fucking gun.
Watch the internet lose its collective shit trying to debate on whether or not it's a real thing. It's so funny.
Hold on.
By the way, shout out to Mad Mitch in the group. I'm not
nothing
gonna
in
name
there.
drop his actual name, but shout out to him for giving his microtech to me because that became my new skinning and gutting knife hunting this season.
Is there a screwdriver for your mic? I think I might put it away.
skin.
Yeah, goddamn right I do.
I got it over here.
It's yeah. Gave me the microtech that he dropped in the chat because I hooked him up with a plate carrier, and he's like, "I'll just give you this instead of paying you." I said, "Cool with me," and that was what I used it for. It is a full tang microtech
Oh yeah, there's one in front of you.
that
Got a flathead here.
skins very, very well.
You have to go on both ends. I think it's double sided.
Oh, is it?
Both ends and double-sided. I like the sound of that.
All right, where were we before we all started yelling over each other?
Night's getting interesting.
A little autism.
I use a $400 or $500 microtech to skin and gut my deer that I
Right.
got for free.
Tight.
Shout out to for that one.
Are you gonna have that shadow in there like that, my
I
man?
don't know. Okay, this thing fucks though.
Just because he's African American doesn't mean
makes
he's a
sense.
shadow.
Pitbull Tactical. It's a mag. Throw any mag on this
We're
table
gonna
in
fly
there,
right past that.
and it's a mag holder.
We're just gonna move right
Yeah,
past
so you
that.
never
dude.
seen a little mag
Dying
holder?
or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta look into carrying additional mags. So I'm moving away from the sidecar style
Yeah, sidecar kind of sucks.
holster.
I have the A&R, so they sell just like individual magazines like this, and then you can get. I have it in my truck. It's just
Putting
another
this in my
mag. It's a
pants.
Kydex mag carrier.
I think I'm gonna try the Gray Fighter.
Yeah,
like
his
the
Hush
really
rig.
minimalist.
Yeah, the
like-
Hush rig is really nice.
Have you seen the Neo
I
Mag
have
one that
his for his
magnetizes to
tourniquet.
the side of the mag?
I've seen those. Yeah.
One of my buddy back in Washington, that's what he carries with.
It is. That's the only complaint about it. But it's once it's in, it's fucking in. It ain't going nowhere.
like that fits, but like it's not going over. It's not going over my like regular carry and
Oh, yeah.
the fabric.
How does it work against just the fabric? Because I've thrown it in like sweats and I've been pretty successful.
I don't know. Might have to do that in another spot. I'll figure that out.
You're fine.
Yeah, no, that's fucking solid.
It's like even when I had
it's
the
like 20
sidecar,
bucks. That's
I
what was
rarely
nice about it.
rocked the extra mag, and I ended up just taking out the sidecar
I did too.
attachment.
Yeah.
So if I do want to carry a spare
I
mag,
had
going
the
in a
Gen
pocket.
1 sidecar.
Ooh.
Dog shit holster.
That's got to be fucking rough.
Oh
on
my
them.
god, it was
This
the most
thing
uncomfortable thing in the world to carry because it didn't pivot at all ever.
Yep.
And then when you're carrying, because I'm carrying a Glock with a fucking X300 on it, trying to sit down, carrying, like if I was up walking around all day, whatever, if I had to sit in a fucking truck,
Listen, dude, just have a smaller dick.
I'm
LAS.
black. That's not an option.
Or have a Glock 19 that's not trying to be a 17.
Yeah.
I'm running a 34. I'm getting a P365.
I was gonna say, fuck
That's
trying
my
to be a
next gun.
17. That thing's trying to be a
LAS
34.
LAS
Have help
sells
build
a
you one. Man, which one
a
you
So
sidecar.
I'm gonna do a
kit.
flush comp. So I'm gonna do a
Okay.
P365. I'm gonna get the X Macro frame, and then I'm gonna do the Radian afterburner
Yeah.
what you
combo
should
on
look
it
at?
because it's flush comp. I'll do a TLR7, and then it'll be pretty much this size.
You should look at the XXL too.
I did look at that
If
one,
you don't
but
mind a little extra leg.
That optic is awfully small.
I'm a fan of the flush comp look,
Yeah, me too.
and having a 3-inch barrel comped that is, I mean, the same
Listen,
size.
3
It's
inches-
smaller than a stock Glock 19.
Someone take the mic quick. No, just take it from me. It doesn't say a joke.
3 inches is plenty, okay?
Yeah, it's-
For 9 mil and a barrel length, that for self-defense. Hold on,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Before you
So-
take the mic away, let me explain.
already took it away.
I mean,
Disrespectful.
and you look at
Hey now.
There's nothing-
I'm like, hey now.
here. Let me.
He's staring down the barrel of the fucking flag.
I already made peace with my maker.
Yeah.
How's it
He's
feel?
staring
How's
down
the
barrel
mouth
of the flex.
feel?
I'm staring
The
down the barrel
mouthfeel
of
is
the fucking
fantastic on
65
this
19.
thing. It's even better when there's lead in the chamber.
They got a teeth holder.
Yeah, exactly.
The
But-
the suppressor sight heights are really a detriment to the
They
mouthfeel.
really keep it right
of
in
a
that
pistol.
And
tooth
you've seen me
cavity.
shoot it. It performs
Yeah,
for like.
it's a nice gun.
Yeah, I
It looked nicer with a
With, like-
PV3 micro on it.
It
to
would.
get the standard XL
I'm
slide.
stoked on that thing. If it's so, I'm gonna shameless plug because I love lead and steel. But their new PV3 coming out,
Please sponsor us.
please.
I would also like to be sponsored. Thank you.
But the new PV3 coming out looks smaller. If it's like EPS carry size, that
I
shit
will
goes
immediately
hard. Yeah,
going on that.
yeah.
Well, I just need one for the Scorpion. I need another one.
If you
for
sponsor us, I will pull
another
my gun out everywhere I go and show it to everybody.
Yes, in public.
I will be a walking billboard.
I'll be in the middle of the airport and I will unlock my case to show
But
it to
can we
everybody.
get a burnt bronze or copper or copper? The jade's sexy.
I know, yeah. We all
Like
got
a
the jade
burnt
here.
a burnt bronze. Yeah, there's 3 jades sitting on the table. So like, can we get a burnt bronze? Because that would be sick with like
Low key,
FDE.
like a burgundy leading towards tan would be really sweet too. Like kind of like the Razor is, but maybe a little bit more deep red.
Good night at the Roxbury shade, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And that
so
gun won the other competition when we were at HTA.
so
Stock trigger.
concealed carry holsters that don't have that shitty hinge. LAS makes all their holsters, car holster, it's all hooked with bungee, right?
Yeah, right.
So it
Tier 1
flexes
concealed as well.
flexes with you, right? It pivots on more than just that one plane that having that pin, right? That pin hinge. So I don't have any. I only have one. It's for my full size MP 1.0.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
But
I've got one
it
sidecar,
worked.
and it's a tier 1. It's the Aegis, where it's like that. It's not the with the paracord in the middle. It's got like the.
I think this is the build I want to do.
I don't know if it's like some type of leather or what, but it flexes in the middle. Really nice. I can't carry it anymore because I no longer have a TLR 8. So I am a shill for Guerrilla Tactical, who just hooked it up super fat right at Christmas. I made a order basically Christmas Eve morning, and it was at my front door on the 28th on Saturday.
That's tight. That my only complaint with Texas holsters so far is just the lead time.
Oh, no, not Texas Guerrilla Tactical.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying like the speed at which you're talking about.
gonna say-
That's amazing. Like
They've been the quickest. Everyone else that I've dealt with has been 4 to 6 weeks at minimum, and they're just like out the door.
Like as much as I rag on T-Rex for Lucas, and I just don't like the sidecar because it doesn't fit with my
He
frame.
is very quick with the
It's
delivery
very
of it.
quick to reply to things and to ship holsters, and that's about
like
it.
not a
But-
huge fan of him as a person, but like as a company, he is very on top of his shit. Like when it comes to customer service and getting it out the door.
He gives you a free discount too if you just click a couple of boxes on his website.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're like, I promise to practice. I promise I'm going to use this for good. Here's 10% off.
I promise that Tarbers is
You mean
gay.
the base price?
Fuck T-Rex.
Oh, 100%. I bought one thing one time from TRX Arms, and I'll never buy from them again.
I
That was
bought a sidecar, and I thoroughly hated that holster for 3 years.
I bought my iron sights for my Glock 19. That was the only thing I've ever bought from them, and it was because they just happened to have it the absolute cheapest on a sale.
I have a big rig. I have the big rig with the. I have a regular. Sorry, I have a big rig. I have a rig, and I have 3 concealed carry holsters from Guerrilla Tactical.
Real tactical fucks
So
hard.
that's 5 of theirs. I mean, my wife had her Glock 43 is in a Guerrilla Tactical holster.
They will
and
forever
that
get
thing
my
is
business holster-wise.
tight.
A&R just came out with, they've been working on it for, I think, like 6 or 8 months. A level 2 version of their Nighthawk. They went through like a ton of iterations of it. It's really nice. The button, I would say it's like on par just from like the videos and stuff that I've seen of it. I haven't gotten my hands on it
This
yet.
is an OWB.
Yes, it's an OWB. It's like a meant to be like a competitor for
Like Safari.
like a Safari
Alien
Land
Gear.
style holster. The
Rapid Force.
button is very similar to like a Safari Land.
Sure.
But the like spacing of the holster is a lot like a concealed holster, where I mean it's even less than my in the waistband concealed holster. You can't get your pinky anywhere near the trigger in it. It's a level 2. It locks on the ejection port with a button. Like,
Well, that's what its problem is that it's got to be as wide as the light is, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I mean, if you look at
A Glock 19
my
with a
one,
TLR.
my MP1, which has a TLR1 on it, which is obviously a much bigger light than the 7. Like there's definitely a wider like it would have to cut in real
but
deep.
yeah, they're because the first one that they come out with was Glock with X300 because that's like the most common. And that one, I mean, he's showing the videos. He's got his pinky. He can't even get past his nail, like into the trigger guard. Nothing.
Is that because of that cop who was shot by the kid who?
Well, that's he
Finger
started
fucked his
like
gun.
that story came out, and then like
Kid's
the
a
next
legend.
day, the next day after that like story came out, he like posted a video. He was like, I can't get my finger in here. I can't, Sick holster, sick company. Bought one of their like ready to ship holsters. I'm gonna shill real hard. Bought one of their holsters. It was like 4 days after I bought it. It was at my house. That was one of the ready to ship. Obviously, like the Nighthawk level 2 is going to be a little bit longer than that. I think it's like 5 to 6 week lead time right now, but
Which still isn't bad when every other
The
holster
size of
recipe
the
is
dot?
4 to 6.
Is that what you're looking at him for?
What's that?
The size of the dot?
No, I'm looking at why he's
Oh.
flinching away from me.
Oh.
Like he just he like saw. I'm over here like rapidly like.
We've been in a shootout together.
Yeah,
Why are you
we
flinching?
cleared houses multiple times.
Speaking of which, there was a night last week, laying in bed, and I'm hearing like a muffled
Like thump through the house.
like thump through the house. It's like I froze, like stood still for a
Like-
second, and I hear it again. Like it sounds very clearly like someone's like walking around like downstairs. And I was like, well, sometimes when cars are going by, they'll bump and it'll shake through the house because it's an old house. But it keeps happening. It keeps getting louder. And then I hear the distinct like creak of like the wood floor in the kitchen. So I was like, all right,
Here we go.
let's go. Let's run through the house.
Yes.
So I had that
Amazon,
boy,
Alexa, play the music.
had that boy, went through the whole house, and then I saw that door, the mudroom door, open, which I never leave open, really. So I was like, we're going into the terrifying. If you guys haven't been downstairs,
Oh, yeah.
I encourage you to go to. You can check out with the nods. It's very scary.
Yeah, let's do that
It
shit.
is an unfinished Midwest basement to the dictionary definition, and
like
with
that.
some of the darkest dugout corners that if someone wanted to hide in there, I was like, I'm just fucking.
So the
dead.
Underground Railroad?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
atrocious.
hey,
You're like,
down
I'm
there.
throwing flashbangs in there before
So
I even
I
think
went
about
through
it.
the whole thing with that, and I was like, all right, well, we're good. It must have just been the wind or the road or something, but that was fun.
I just had a-
Didn't sleep after that. I was just so fucking wired.
Dude, I just had a similar, not last night, but the night before. I woke up at 4:17 from a dream that, and I was telling him about this before we came over. I woke up on the dot. I looked at my phone at 4:17. I'm like, fuck. I woke up. My dream was, I was talking to my dad about gun shit in the kitchen naturally, because that's just what we talk about. And we're walking to his room because I've got his suppressed 300 blackout. I was gonna put it away, and then as we walk past the staircase, it's off to the right, and we keep that door shut always. Bless you. And the door was open for some reason, and I just see out of the peripheral of my eye that there's someone in the basement with a knife.
Nice.
I wake up wide awake at 4:17. I'm like, pretty sure that was a dream, but every now and then you get the intuition in the dream, like something's going on subconsciously. So I'm like, no, it couldn't have been that.
We're going downstairs.
I'm gonna try to go back to sleep, and it was not happening. I was fucking adrenaline filled. 10 minutes go by, and my bedroom door starts to creak, and I sleep with my bedroom door shut, and I'm like, well, this is what we're doing tonight. So I fucking grab the pistol, wait at the bedroom door, because I go to the way it's set up. I go grab the back of the door handle, and I'm like, all right, cool. I fling the door open.
Let
There's
it breathe.
no one there. Let it breathe. And I'm like, all right, cool. Make sure, because there's a little terrace outside of my room. Go back in my room. I grab a rifle. I clear my bathroom, because there's a hallway from my bedroom to my closet and then to the bathroom. Clear that, clear the secondary bedroom, come back out through the little cut, and then I proceeded to clear the entire house and not sleep the entire rest of the night. I'm like, just in case that slimy motherfucker is actually in my house and it wasn't just a dream and they slipped behind me, I'm just gonna...
He earned it.
I'm like, he earned it, but I'm just gonna make sure that I'm wide awake in case he wants to try to earn it one little last time.
Elon Musk was in your house.
No, it's an interdimensional demon that has antlers and it turns the frogs gay.
Turns the frogs gay.
Was it the Hat Man?
dude, the Hat Man's a fucking G. That's a real nigga for real.
You have to see him about 3 or 4 times. On the 5th appearance, he claps
Dude,
twice
I-
and then tells you
I
knowledge.
have to show a picture of you as you say that because there's no way anyone's gonna believe that you're allowed to say that.
Absolutely not. All right.
All right, you want to know some freaky shit though?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. What are we talking about freaky here? Before,
All right, hold on, because you guys were talking
I'm
about.
getting in trouble for the podcast.
You guys were talking about you woke up, you got a weird dream. I woke up for like 6 weeks straight every night at 2:36 a.m.
No shit.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Are you Alex
tried
Jones?
BetterHelp.
God was telling you what time it was. He was telling you what time. Did you have to take a leak?
All right, Tucker.
No, dude. I just would like wake up every night. I'd wake up and be like, "Let me guess what fucking time it is," and I check my phone and it's 2:36 for like 6
weird.
weeks. That was fucking weird.
Strange that my friends pranked me by setting that alarm in my phone.
Have you checked the secret chat that has a 10-minute delete that we
Yeah.
have?
10-minute delete. Shit.
Wait,
We got that 30-second delete.
See, I know it's not. I know it's not that because my phone's on Do Not Disturb 24/7. Rico knows this because he's tried to call me like 7 times now, and every time it goes straight to voicemail.
Crazy thing is you can force that through now. You can force through texts and calls.
You can.
Yeah, you can force through text. You can't force through calls. Calls, you have to be on the favorites.
18.2, you can force through calls.
Oh.
I'm clearly not on his favorites.
You guys really need to get
I don't even have his
off
fucking
that
number, so,
fucking
you know.
Apple bullshit. That thing is recording you at all times.
Everything's fucking recording you at all times. The fucking Hollow Sun's probably recording us right now.
Your fucking nods definitely
Nods
recording.
are definitely-
The Hollow Sun hate has been well documented here. It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's unwarranted.
It is definitely
There's
unwarranted,
not. They're
but, you know.
not. God, Jesus. Anybody who thinks that that any sort of
people that
Chinese
want that Hollow
electrical equipment is monitoring
The
you,
people sitting on their
Way too much
iPhones
up.
and Androids
Yeah.
on Instagram telling me how my Hollow Sun is spying on me can go fucking lay in the street.
100%. In the fucking highway.
Oh, yeah. You can add a new speed bump right in the center of 75.
Hollow Sun, this TikTok, that motherfucker. Google and Meta, like, they
Yeah.
basically know exactly like where you are, when you are, and how you are. Yeah,
It's a
back to the
moneymaker.
point too.
It's a
And you know who's fucked me a lot less than Meta and Google combined?
China?
The Chinese government so far. So I'm gonna keep running the Hollow Sun. Fuck you. They're not great to the
Oh,
automobile,
white
but so far
supremacy.
they've been great to me. So
They hooked
they've
me up
asked
with
me
duels
for $0. They've taken $0
My
from me by
CarPlay
force.
radio on my truck fucks pretty hard. Not gonna lie.
My $4,000 duels are fucking sweet, so, you know, there's
Well,
that.
So that brings up the point of anybody who doesn't realize that we're in a global economy and any sort of tariff that we levy against another nation is only going to come back.
Someone's taking your truck.
What the fuck was that?
Yo, who's Honda drove by?
My only guess was the screen door didn't close all the porch door didn't close all
Got
the
it.
way, and that metal's there, and that
I think
exhaust
Sounded
rattled
like
it.
somebody
I
was
think that was a
taking your
90s
porch
Honda
away.
exhaust.
It's actually let me test that theory. That door better be closed.
I can start my truck.
Or else my
Your
porch
porch
is
is
gone.
gone. So they stole his porch.
It just closed.
Fuck. You imagine
What
opening the
about
door and
the-
the porch just disappeared?
The metal blinds a
Ah,
lot
could
of
be
times
that.
will rattle too. Like
never
up the
have.
top bar, no?
Yeah, they never have. That's saying they can't.
That's
control
just
that house,
that's
but-
that's how you know the government is watching you.
Wrong?
But yeah,
No,
anybody
those
who
are-
thinks
those
in
are
a
Chinese gravital craft according
Coming
to
off
that
the
guy.
yeah, oh,
They were wrong. They weren't
gravitons.
Iran.
Gravitons, yes. 'cause
Actually, it's
gravitons.
Quad's new toys he's been playing with. He just didn't want to
fun
tell
fact though, the language that he used, which is like GARVITE or something like that,
for graviton.
there's
Yeah.
actually a U.S. patent on a technology that's called that.
Sure, it probably came out in the 1950s and was invented by like some Tesla bro.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
in the 1950s they were testing
The Germans' technology still?
well, they were testing circular aircraft
Project
at Area
Paperclip.
51. They were like building and testing flying saucers.
Speaking of, I seen that you took my recommendation on the, or was that the FM recommendation of the drone build kit that I sent?
I literally built that. That's what I.
I was gonna say that was the same website that I sent you, or was that just
Okay, yeah,
coincidence?
that is okay. If
So
you
wait,
wanna,
are you the cyber drone guy now?
I got it after you got it.
You're a driver
You
going
did get
now?
an
Okay.
FPV
Did you
drone.
get
Don't-
the fucking helmet mounted goggles? Oh
I'm gonna
my
have to.
God.
I'm gonna
You're
talk
part
to.
of-
I'm
you're
gonna
part of
talk
the
to
recon
Marvin
team
from
now.
AMMJ to
You and
make
me
a
are
dovetail
you and me
for
are
it.
part.
Fuck yeah.
You should.
Yeah, because it's.
We
I
should.
got. So I got.
We should actually
the-
get him in the group. We should send him a
He's
group
in the
chat.
group.
Is
Is
he
he?
in the group?
Yeah, he's in the group chat.
fuck.
He's not super active.
Oh, we're about to nerd out on
I didn't know he was in the group.
I added him way
Oops.
back when he started talking about producing.
Are you
the
sure
link.
we didn't cull him? Because I feel like we've had 2 cullings in the group chat.
He's. I mean, like,
can
if
type
I
and
don't know
stuff.
him, he's like not. He definitely hasn't been really active.
Yeah.
Because I've met him. I've met him twice now, and both times we had almost like
Marvin's a
an
fucking G.
hour long conversation. He is. He's.
Best
He is
Sorry if I ever
lamb
offended
on
you.
the
if I
he's,
know
market.
you
he's
were in
super.
the
He's
chat.
super intelligent. No,
Yeah.
for sure.
the best lamb on the market right now for the
Yeah, he
price.
just he
your
just
futures.
made you that kill.
Yeah.
flash
Oh yeah.
for free,
This.
didn't
Yeah.
he?
Oh yeah. No. Yep. Well, I mean,
That'll be my future
for the
laser
cost of
device.
the files that.
Sure.
You know, I mean, he has off of them, but yeah. And he said, you know, I haven't been able to shoot it yet. Tomorrow I'll take it out to the farm. And we'll fucking shoot it. but so far I've racked it off of a wood table at my house, my Formica countertop in my kitchen, my freaking Walmart folding table in the basement, and
Holds up.
it's fine.
I will say what you should do, and it helps a lot with the exposure and whatnot, is post that picture that the Kill Flash and add Lead and Steel and
I did.
AMJ
Oh, yeah.
as collaborators though.
Yeah.
Oh, like
And that way
collaborators
it
together.
posts to all of their followers' feeds. And then you're going to
okay.
get 200, 300 plus likes, extra
100%.
followers and everything. That's the way to go.
I-
Lead and Steel is really good at accepting that too.
I
So-
only care that you guys see my shit on Instagram. I don't give a fuck about
I'm
anybody
saying
else.
If you want it,
put
then
Marvin
Fucking-
out
I don't
there.
give a fuck
Yeah.
about shit. Oh, 100%. If it's for anything, it's for like buy a Lead and Steel PB3 so that they make more optics. More optics, please. And and then like
Magnifier
and
question
more kill flashes. You know,
Yeah.
like
And I like
like
the-
make like we're moving to the future now.
Lead and
you know?
Steel, I know I just sucked off Hollow Sun for 30 seconds.
What's
And
that?
if the deal you made with Orion Training Group was they must shit on Hollow Sun every time they turn on
We can
Instagram,
start that right
I will
now.
take that deal if you'll sponsor.
Well,
me.
so,
I'll
so
start
he
that
made
shit right
one.
now.
So he made one that didn't have the cutout. He looked through it, just sitting. Because I only gave him the slide, right? I wasn't giving him the whole fucking thing.
Here's a gun in the USPS.
Here you go. Just
Let me
slide
know
it.
when you're
Just-
done with it.
Snail mailed my Glock to you. Here you go.
Just no. I dropped it off. I know. I met him in a fucking parking lot in Royal Oak. And gave
better.
him the fucking slide.
Even better.
You're like, here's
He
a full
took me
gun.
shooting when I bought my lamb.
I know.
He's
no,
a
he's
great
great.
fucking
Oh, he's
guy.
he's awesome.
And
He was
smart as
going.
shit.
He was going out to CQT the day that I met him. So I don't know what he does for them, but I hope he does something.
He
nice.
just started going out there because I was
Um,
telling him about going out there for CQB League with Dutch.
But yeah, I mean, like, I like it. It's been fine.
He's currently looking down the barrel to make sure.
Hold on, let me get make sure I
But
really
no,
do like this
but
thing.
like that cutout that he put for the irons.
That was really
for
smart.
like.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Do I need it? Do I think that this optic, being a modern optic of its capacity, which has been dropped and shoved around and all sorts of things,
Better than an acro.
and
100%.
has
Steiner
been
too.
left on since last February. So we're coming on a year now. No battery switches, nothing. Like over a year. I just had the LP1, which
Yeah.
I haven't changed the fucking. It's the same battery that came. It's the same battery they sent me. I think it's a Surefire.
Yeah.
It haven't changed it. I was actually on the phone with AMMJ, and I was just fucking around. We were talking about this, and I was like, "Oh, I think the battery on my LP1's going out." Popped it out, looked at it, popped it back in. No, it's fucking fine. Still runs. That thing's been over a year now. Over a year now. Single battery. Haven't changed it. And I'm not gonna fucking change it until it completely fucking dies, so I know what it's
I
like.
will say the LP1 is my all-time favorite red dot so far. I love that.
It's
fucking
Still
it's
gonna have to shill for the fucking UH1.
The UH1 is nice. I think it's a smaller package, but I think like it's a smaller window.
It is a smaller window, but like the UH1, for me at least, my use case, it's on a 10.5, so it's not like I'm trying to get like massive field of view. I'm using it basically as a point shoot. I'm in, within 50 yards. I put the dot on somebody, I pull the trigger. I'm not like putting a magnifier on it and trying to shoot out to like 200 yards or whatever on it.
Well, one thing I want to do when I'm gonna pre-order the new PB3, and I wasn't going to originally because I figured I'm set, but I have the like one of the, I think it's a Castle Group, the Acro risers to run on an AR with the PB3. I see Stuff and Pews running that.
Yeah.
And I want to try it. I wanna
He
see
likes
what
it
it's
a lot
like.
on his work
Yeah,
rifle.
so that's just a dick around thing to see if I like it. So
Castle Group Fox.
yeah.
Castle Group does
Yeah, the
suck.
Squid-
Castle Group P2 mount
Shout
is
out
really nice.
Squid Armaments as
Yeah.
well. I want to get a
Never
Squid
heard of 'em.
Armaments rail.
Speaking of
So Castle Group and Squid Armaments are all Subdef.
yeah, I was gonna say under
Okay.
It's Corey from Subdef.
yeah.
I knew that about Castle Group. Okay.
Corey's
The The
Corey's
Corey's a
dude
fucking
shoots
gangster.
shoots enough guns
Yeah.
in
100%.
that I'm fairly confident in his,
Abilities.
this is what he's look, the guy doesn't cheap out on anything that he does. If you
Except for
follow
his
G
full auto
Troop,
fucking PSA lower that he's got. That was an absolute meme to the community that I love that he did that.
if you follow Corey, you know that the guy can afford to
Oh yeah.
stress test things, right? So like, if he tells you something's GG, I kind of believe it.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. He's willing to smoke cans
Yes.
as like it's replaceable.
And it
Yep.
seems to be that he does quite
And
frequently.
the guy is loaded, all right?
Yeah.
The guy is so rich. He's got so much money, so he can smoke cans. He'll buy 10 in one day and fucking kill 8 of them.
That's
Yeah.
because
Tell you
I
which
want to
one
say
to buy.
I want to say a good maybe 70-80% of like the soft goods apparels that you are buying are coming from
Yeah.
him, from House
Yeah.
Party
like
or
Falls.
or from something else.
Yeah, House Party
I mean,
Distro is like
He
huge.
White Foss, he's
Fog.
teamed up with Warm Fuzzy, Fog,
I think Crime Co. Yep.
I mean
FM.
did he
Club.
do,
Nah, I
was
don't
I
think
don't think
anymore.
FM I think
I was about
FM
to say FM was
No.
dropped back
Yeah.
after SHOT Show 2023.
Originally
for
though,
obvious
he did
reasons.
he did do FM, but they dropped him after the whole SHOT Show.
That's all we have to go.
Incident.
Can't imagine why.
that's because Corey's a punk. Doesn't put up with that shit.
Nope.
And I'm here for
He's
it.
punk, 100%.
Yeah, that fucking guy rocks.
Yeah.
That's why he's got sweet ass cheek tattoos.
I'm a big fan of his beard and mustache.
Yeah, you are. You should be.
We basically have the same beard and mustache.
His
Yeah.
is a little bit longer.
Well, mine was a little bit longer, but
His is like
I had
You did trim that.
Yeah, I did.
You did trim that since last time.
I trimmed
we were-
everything up quite a
Last
bit.
time we were here gooning.
I had a fucking lot of shit that I had to look quasi presentable for that they made me clean myself up for, which I'm not happy about. So it'll be back soon. Don't
Who
worry.
is they?
Mostly family stuff.
The people who put that dead body in the Cybertruck and blew it up.
God,
God damn it.
No.
It's not in front of my Trump Tower.
Speaking of upcoming events, night shoot
Yeah.
next weekend? 2 weekends from now?
Oh, is that the one?
That's
Night
supposed
shoot
to be low
after,
key, but
after
yeah.
hours? Well,
Well,
I'm
no,
not bringing
no.
anything up. No, we're,
Is
no,
that the
no,
one at
no names.
Steve's?
No.
No, we're talking about
A range friend.
Yeah.
I'll hit you with one of these.
He said he just wanted it to be.
It's a small shop, yeah.
Yeah. Mostly Founders Edition.
I remember this now.
But
Yeah, it's,
so
it's taking the place of the shit gun shootout.
We'll get there
Yeah.
though.
what?
We're still gonna
We're
get
not
there.
doing a shotgun shootout.
No,
We
we're
will,
doing
but
it.
just probably
We'll
gets a little
probably do that when
warmer.
it's warmer, yeah, so that we're not all freezing to fucking death.
Well, and I also don't want to fuck up a $6,000 trap thrower. My dad might not
We'll
be happy
throw it with
about
our
that.
hands.
I will frisbee that
That was
motherfucker.
that's literally all I was
Axel.
planning on doing.
I have
No.
actually a
Also,
thrower
we
that
have-
goes on a truck hitch, and
We
it's
have
like
a cheap
$50.
one.
So
we
is-
have a cheap one at the
well-
site. Like a manual, like you pull the thing in it, like the cord in it, hucks it.
Oh, yeah,
so
no.
we got a cheap one. You just plant in the ground and it does.
Who has one?
Where we were gonna do it at.
Oh, I was gonna say
the property owner.
if
we're
we
gonna
wanna
shoot
do it
at.
Oh,
At-
I thought we were doing it over
Yeah,
there.
I thought we were doing it.
Oh,
on
we
my
can do it
property.
at your place too.
I was gonna
then.
say if we do it at my property, I've got it's on a trailer with a fucking electric thrower button,
Even
and then
better.
it's a battery
we'll,
hookup.
We'll use
Pull!
that then.
Yeah. And then literally that's all we do. And then this last year we started doing doubles and triples. So you say pull, and then it's one, and no, it's one, and then the thrower or the puller gets to pick when the second and third go. So it can be 1, 2, 3, or it can be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, delayed 3, and then you just gotta be fucking
I like
ready.
that.
So I lubed up my
Yeah.
KSG for nothing in 2 weeks. I pulled it out and lubed it up for
I
nothing.
cannot imagine skeet shooting with a KSG. That's gonna be so fucking good.
Yeah, when I
It is
put mini
very
shells in it and I don't reload the entire day.
Yeah, I'm
40,
sure.
42, 43 fucking rounds. I am
gonna be so
not
sus.
reloading. I'm not reloading. Nothing.
I'm running a bolt action 12 gauge, so either way, I have
A bolt
fought.
action 12 gauge.
Goose gun.
I was gonna say I might have to bring my grandpa's goose gun
This
out for
I
that
need
one.
this is like a Dirty Kid sponsorship we can go
Yeah.
for.
I'm fucking in for that.
I
we gotta
have
invite
that
him out.
shitty Turkish bullpup shotgun, and even though it's semi-auto, you're at a disadvantage using that thing because I
sucks.
swear I've shot 308s and I haven't shot a 50, but I'm sure the 50's pretty damn
Does the
close
cyclic
to the way
rate
that
take
fucking
for the
thing
fall of the
kicks.
Ottoman Empire to
Do you remember?
I've never shot a gun that's actually like bruised my shoulder. I'm not saying it hurts, but like the first time I shot that, it actually had like purple and black just down my shoulder. I was like, fuck.
You ever shot a trench gun?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Those
And I
fuck.
bet it's softer than that fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you know
because
what?
there's
It
more.
probably-
Because
Wild
there's
buck
less
firing.
plastic behind
Yeah.
it. That's why I thought
And
that KSG.
that doesn't need the gas to blow back the bolt.
True.
It's a closed system essentially.
That
so.
I thought that KSG was going to be a big kicker. No, because of fucking how massive and heavy it is.
Yep.
That thing shoots pretty light.
That's why that new Mossberg, I know that thing's gonna be fucking smooth. There's just a chunk of iron.
So
essentially.
why
We
why
have two
isn't
Benellis
why
at the
isn't
house, I'm
shitty
spoiled.
shotgun?
I've got a really
comp
nice and
going
high
on?
This date
Remington.
worked for the time
bring
we
a
had this
Browning.
range available to us.
Over, it's only
And
Oh.
I figured, you know what? If something has to get pushed, we'll do the thing we were gonna do outside anyways. So
I bought 5 of the. You remember those $99 shotguns on PSA?
yeah.
I bought 5 of those.
Oh, perfect. We have plenty of loners. Then.
So I bought loaners just in case.
I have a single shot Sears and Roebuck.
Hell
What if
yeah.
we tape them all
And I've
together?
scoped. I've scoped.
I mean-
I've scoped. It's good to go. If you can.
Speaking of PSA, they finally dropped a 308 Jackal.
I seen that, dude. I will say though, I haven't got to actually shoot the $99 shotgun, but like cycling it, that thing came fucking drenched. It looked like someone took like the stock was soaked in oil. It's like someone just took it, dipped it in a vat of oil, picked it up, threw it in a box.
Hold that thought.
Look, here's my Cosmoline.
It looks like someone
My
fucking
13-inch
Just,
beep.
they're like they just had a vat of oil and they're just like, you know, we're just gonna hook this bitch in a
Somebody
dip.
asked for a Moby huge.
And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a one, and I opened the other 4 and all of them were soaking wet.
Phase after you said Moby.
He said, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Got that big iron on
Oh,
Ferrari,
Wait.
dude.
The fucking
The
Wait,
sheriff, of Flavortown.
Town, son.
you haven't taken the tag off of that thing when you
They
gotta
don't
return
need the
it?
tag on. It's like a pair of Jordans, dude.
Yeah, it's like taking the sticker off a hat. It takes away from the value.
What's that? 8 shot?
6.
6.
6 shot 22.
That is fucking
I
sweet.
got it for free.
Yeah. That thing's sweet, dude.
And you didn't get the it's just random grip patterns. I got the literally
got
the
the
guy
Flavor
PSA
Town?
gift.
You
the
got
Flavor Town?
Grips, yeah.
The Flavor Town Fire.
That is
Okay,
fucking
wait, go-
killer.
Grab the 3D pieces for that.
Yes, I'll
I
show
wanna see
you. For
that.
some reason, it doesn't fit with the ejector, like the plunger for it.
We can fix that. That can be fixed. Don't worry.
I'm wondering if that's like a Dremel thing. If that's like
It doesn't look like even so. Besides the plunger handle itself not lining up, it doesn't look like.
oh,
Party foul.
why is there liquid in that?
Because I'm drinking it.
Why is
You've
there,
had that
why
thing
is there
open
liquid in
for-
there?
Further, like secondary question: why are
This is
you
my second one
pounding
since I
a
got off work.
Ghost Energy at 10
hours.
p.m.?
He's going to the gym after this.
No, I went
I
to
went
the
to
gym,
the gym
before
before this. I'm gonna go get.
For those who aren't
He's
here,
going to jerk off after this.
we have a Heritage Rough Rider 6-shot 22 like single action revolver.
Read
and some-
manual before using.
Some 3D
Probably
printed
not.
pieces
Fuck
to make it
all
look like a
that.
space cowboy revolver.
Fuck that shit.
We're trying to get him to fit. That's neat. The piece you got there, or no? Is that the stock adapter?
I don't know. Which
No,
piece.
there's an adapter in there that like screws onto like the grip module basically.
Yeah, that piece.
Yeah, where you can screw on a buffer tube.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that what
that
it
is?
is?
Fuck.
Yes.
I didn't know what he printed up. He
That-
just gave me the
Hell
fucking
yeah.
box.
That fits. That will fit.
That fits.
That will
Yes.
fit. He's like, we're making that.
So now you can just screw a buffer tube in there and then
I can SBR the Heritage 6-shot 22 single action
it right now.
revolver
You
if I
have
wanted to.
You have to fucking SBR that. Just Form 1 it.
Sasquatch could though. He's got that like fucking long barrel.
he
on
does
his-
have the
Oh,
16-inch
He's
like
got the
Joker
16-inch
gun.
barrel. He
Yeah.
could totally do that.
Don't lose that.
Imagine being the guy trying to process that paperwork. and
He's like, so what the fuck?
I think it's the other way. Rotate that. So that like that's up, and then that part goes back.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
towards
like
you like that.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, there it
there
is.
you go.
Just had to use my tiny brain here.
Yeah.
You really doing
hell
this
yeah.
right now?
He's like, you're goddamn. All right.
So all you gotta do,
Make
you
the
can
whole
just
thing.
thread on a buffer tube on the back part there.
We've got a buffer tube.
I was gonna
Slap
say,
a brace or a stock or whatever you
someone
prefer.
pull off the law tactical folder right now.
Small tactical folder on it. Yes.
Someone pull off the law tax,
Oh,
but we're
dude.
making shit happen.
You know what? I wasn't gonna actually put that on, but now I have to buy a folding stock adapter now for this thing.
Get the silver
3D
arms.
print
You'll be
one.
fine.
Losing parts.
Uh-oh.
Just 3D print a folder.
Yo, that would be sick.
But no, I want to get those fucking shrouds on there because that's a whole fucking vibe.
Yeah.
I want him to get on there because I want you to have that whole.
want,
I
like,
was
the
bigging
Space
you up about
Cowboy
your space
revolver,
cowboy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Space
I won't
Cowboy.
sell it.
of my
I
f-
won't sell it if I can do that. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I will give you
No,
$2.
never sell, only buy. You got the thing for damn near what, like free?
What the fuck is a firearms sale?
Yeah.
That no, so actually,
private
funny
firearms
story.
sale?
That one I
what
did
now?
actually. I only had to
What?
pay a transfer fee for. I paid nothing for the transfer fee for this because when I showed up to the shop, there's one guy working, 3 guys working, trying to get a transfer done. I was there for 2 hours.
Ooh.
And when I was trying to check out, my card kept getting declined. Shocker. JP Morgan doesn't like when you're using their cards at like firearms ranges. And the guy who was helping me out was
Is that
like,
on
dude,
there?
just give it to him. Like,
the
he's been
screw
here all
doesn't-
day. I was like, thank
It
you.
doesn't flush.
The way that the screw works. There's
There's water on this table. It's bang.
I don't have a.
Flavor
I would
Town.
wipe that up, and I don't
Hey,
have.
listen-
Oh, I got a paper towel.
Flavortown just got extra
But,
spicy.
yeah, it's gonna have to be like
Extension.
a bolt with a nut on the other side.
Give you a bolt with a nut.
No, because the way
Maybe
that
out
the
in my
grip
truck.
worked before.
A couple of them just laying
was
around.
the
I don't know where they
bolt-
came from.
The bolt went through and
It threaded both
into-
sides.
Yeah, it threaded into the other side of the grip.
Gotcha.
That's,
Hell yeah.
you haven't finger fucked it with this on here yet, like this?
It's fucking nuts.
I just saw that it'll fit and that it was good to go.
This is pretty. It could drop back.
Wait.
Wait.
Hand in the pocket. Give me one of these.
You know what you could do?
That you?
Hey, you know what you could do since I'm probably not gonna slap that on there immediately? Send that piece to Sasquatch.
Ooh. I got
I can do that.
Yeah.
I actually have some shit for him when he comes.
Yes. Send that or shit that to him
I mean, you need to.
because that'd be fucking hilarious. Imagine how many raccoons would be able to kill with an actual stock on his shit now. But I get what you're saying. This is not like comfortable.
It's not no.
No.
Right?
Coming
Because
in from
it-
a
it's
block like
I gotta do like the
that thumb joint, yeah.
yeah. It's pretty wonky if you
It
got
would need to go.
Just
it would
put
need
your
to go
finger
back
in
a
here.
monkey hands like this. One of these deals.
It slips out of my sleeve.
Just feeling the heat from all the rounds right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll
because
blow-
22
in
is
a
gonna
bigger
give you a
round.
bunch.
In a bigger round, it'll blow your fucking finger off.
All right.
Damn near.
Get that thing out of here and those back on there so we can put this fucking.
Yeah, let me know what you think about that. We can close this out too now that we're just finger fucking this thing. I'm not sure how much this is going to be usable since we're just screaming over each other. But
It's gonna need some work to get this on here.
It was definitely a schizo crash.
it's tight, right?
Yeah.
But you'll notice it'll stop once that plunger on the right side hits the rest of that. But anyways, resolutions, nonsense for the new year. What are we thinking?
Shoot more.
Shoot
I'm
more?
doing all of the normal shit. Go to the gym, not be a fat sack of shit.
That'll last for 2 months.
Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna fucking. I'm keeping this shit up. I want wings. I want my legs to look fucking freaky.
Nice.
So I'm keeping up with this shit.
You can get on
Even though
that
it
trend.
hurts real bad.
Get on trend.
No, I'm
You
not
can
doing
get on
that trend. I
doing
like my
that.
Yeah,
blood
trend.
vessels to look
You're gonna,
normal.
you're gonna put that
One
needle
cycle
in your butt.
never hurt no one.
Wrong.
It's true.
I'll
Prove it.
test that theory.
No, mine's
all right,
just
so-
investing in med kit and shooting more for sure.
Yeah, definitely want to take some med classes.
Yeah.
Garrett is going to be talking to Black Creek here in a little bit. He's
Cool.
going to get back to me on that.
I'll do another pilgrimage there.
Yeah. And from my house, it's only like an hour. It's like just over. It's like an hour and 10 minutes
Sweet.
from my house. So
It looks like, however it was.
that piece right there.
You resolutions.
That's a loaded question.
You resolution.
For me, it's gonna be
Thought you weren't
probably
coming back from
I'm getting my
Texas.
journeyman's this
I
year.
did
That's
come
for
back
sure.
from Texas.
So
Nice.
getting that,
That's
and then
It's like the
firearms
worst
related,
experience ever.
definitely get another med course under the belt.
It took me 14 hours to get home.
Possibly a night vision course, and then a suppressor,
Tight.
and then a Whipple install because
Yee.
I have a full size truck and I want to fuck with Hellcats.
Turbo diesel, baby.
Hold on. I want to bitch about American Airlines for a second. And
We do
partially
need
the TSA.
The court will allow it.
Okay, so I got to the Austin airport and I got in
Told
line
you this was gonna happen.
at,
I
like,
called this shit.
1:34 in the afternoon on a Saturday. I did not walk back in the front door of my fucking house till 4 a.m. on Sunday.
Yee.
With what is it, 2 or 3 hour time difference?
One.
One. Oh, it's a 1 hour time difference.
Yeah.
Austin's one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you had a 1 hour time. So I guess subtract an hour, but
But
So it'd be 3 a.m. for them.
so I went
Still
through
12 hours.
the first time I went through security. They made me take all my shit back because there was water in my water bottle.
Oh lord.
So I had to walk to the other side of the metal detector, empty my water bottle, go back through just for them to pull my backpack aside again because of the stainless steel water bottle. 45 fucking minutes.
Classic.
I walked through in 12.
Did they at least play with it a little bit?
No, they looked through my bag, sent me back, and then whenever I made it on
Oh, that's just rude.
the far end of the metal detector again, the chick who was checking the fucking bags walked away for 20 fucking minutes and no one picked up the fucking slack.
Tight.
Was she hot?
No.
No, she's working at TSA.
You should have asked her to walk through the right.
You're
I
like, man,
did, and like,
They
you
use
know,
Sony cameras, right?
she walked me out and she was like, "Dump out your water bottle." And I was like, "Okay."
On the floor, bitch.
I'm looking at a trash can and a recycling bin, and then she starts walking away, and I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am."
Where?
Ma'am. And she like kept walking away. I was like, "Ma'am." And then she turned around with a little bit of a look on her face, and I was like, which one? The blue one or the gray one? She's like, the blue one is fine. The blue one was the recycling bin.
Hey, we gotta
How do you think children in Africa get water?
save the planet, okay, guys? One cup of water at a time. We're saving the planet.
And then at some point, you know, I collected my belongings. I went to my gate, and I'm standing outside my gate. We
And
start
you
boarding.
forgot your F-150 Lightning key.
I wish I was that lucky. I get to my gate, we start boarding, and then we stop boarding. And I was like, oh, you know, it's not that big of a plane. Shit, you know, the jet bridge, you know, people stop walking, clogs up pretty easily. No. An hour and a half later.
It's worse than Taco Bell bathroom after a frat party.
What kind of taco?
I'm getting there. And so, you know, I'm staring at, because I'm in like the second to last boarding group, and I'm just like, no rush to get on this plane for a 30-minute flight to Dallas. There's someone who walked through the doorway, but not all the way, so like their leather backpack was sticking out, but I couldn't see them. I was staring at this backpack for like an hour and a half. Everyone was just fucking standing there. No one knows what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I keep getting texts from American Airlines. It's like, your flight's been delayed 15 minutes. Your flight's been delayed 15 minutes.
No shit. Would have never guessed.
Your flight's been delayed 30 minutes. And so, next thing I know, my connecting flight in Dallas was supposed to leave at, it's like 5 o'clock. We're pulling away from the gate at 4:45.
It'll be fine. Probably.
You know, I was like, I'll just catch the next flight. And there's nothing I could do. There's no like in-air Wi-Fi or anything for me to figure this shit out. So I'm just like,
Well, you're not flying Delta.
I'll get to that. Normally I do, but this was an
Well,
occasion.
you know what Delta stands for, right? Don't ever leave the airport. So that doesn't fucking matter.
But I get free movies and free Wi-Fi, so I'm cool with staying at the airport for a little bit.
I got that with Lufthansa.
And so I finally make it to Dallas. I get off the
Give me
plane.
the fucking thing.
let me be autistic here for a minute.
I
broke
get
the
off
revolver.
at gate C2. My connecting flight is at like C34 or something.
Time to
So
run.
I sprinted. I was running faster. If anyone saw me running, everyone's thought was run, Forrest. And so I get there and I'm looking at the fucking TV next to the fucking gate. Dude, I missed this connecting flight by like 10 minutes. That flight got delayed too. I missed that shit by 10 fucking minutes. And next thing you know, I'm looking on my phone, and they're like, we got a text from American, and like, we rescheduled. Actually, I can read this off because I was getting so like worked up and schizo about this shit that I started texting back like the do not respond.
I remember the screenshots.
Where is this shit?
You're talking to a computer.
Yeah,
that doesn't
I'm
reply.
talking to an automated message, and so
Do not reply. I'll fucking show you.
you know, I get to like C34, and then I start getting my stuff, and I start walking back to A14. I go across the whole fucking airport from C34 to A14. I'm looking at the TV in front of A14, and it's to a flight to fucking Mexico.
Hey, listen.
And so I was like, I'm gonna be here for a while. So
100.
I go drop my bag in front of like wherever the fuck I drop my bag, and then my music stops, and Siri reads me a message. It says gate change, flight 3078 from DFW to DTW, departs at 10:30 outside of A36. I responded
What do you do?
to
You get the tour of the
absolutely no
airport?
one. Censored. I just got here. Censor it. And so I make my way all the way to A36. And then this one, this next one wasn't a big deal because I went from A36 to, it went A36 to C38. I responded with press X to doubt. C38 turned into C26. Make up y'all's damn mind. C26 turned to C28. And my last response to absolutely no one was, I just want to go home.
What's that? The Sandy Cheeks song?
I just want to go home.
I feel that, dude. Nothing is worse than getting trapped in the fucking airport.
Fucking facts.
For a flight you paid probably $200 more than you should have for.
in there.
So I'm sure there's a resolution in there somewhere, but
To not take a plane this year?
Specifically a Boeing.
I was on Airbus, thank God.
continue
Be the
never
next-
flying Boeing. Yeah, that's
Be the
also
next
on
one to have
list.
no landing gear and fly into a fucking hill.
You see that
Don't
too?
send me.
Yeah, that was wild.
No, the Koreans are no
I was gonna say,
longer
which
able
one?
to investigate it.
What?
Yeah, like everything's coming back to the U.S.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
for us to just throw it
Spreading
away.
democracy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Boeing, baby.
They're gonna
Let's
recycle the
go.
plane.
That shit's going right back on
I heard the
Yeah,
plane's
send us the
organic
black
now.
box. We'll look into it for you. They got lost in. It's stuck in the Pontiac distribution center.
Or space.
No, it's stuck at SeaTac. You'll never see it.
Oh, fuck.
You never
I've
see-
slept in that. That is a 30-minute flight from my hometown. I have slept in that airport more than I probably slept in my own bed. Same with Salt Lake City.
I have waited for luggage in SeaTac for what
Days.
I thought, was going to be days. But I thought it was going to be days.
I slept at the Orlando airport on the floor.
Oh,
You,
so I've
you
done that too.
definitely got chlamydia.
They even have a
I've got that
sculpture
too,
there of
so.
a guy who literally slept there.
Yeah, they do. I slept in that for fucking 3 days.
Fuck that room fire.
That's not how that works. But
I thought I could have walked home by then. That was fucked.
Yeah, that was a great night. We flew into Orlando, landed at like 1 in the morning. We had a rental car. We walk up to the fucking thing. Everybody in the airport had a rental car at this fucking thing. So we're waiting in the line. The line takes like 3.5 hours to get through. And then by the time we get through it, we get up to the counter. Oh yeah, you got to go to this spot to go get your car.
Yeah,
so we
the
walk
fucking
over there.
parking lot.
Yeah.
With the little kiosk in
Yep.
there. Yeah,
There's
there's not a
nobody at
fucking
the-
sign there. Those fuckers.
There's
You see the
nobody
palm
there.
trees, and they're like, "That's good enough."
Yeah, there's nobody
You're
here.
here.
We wait there for 45 minutes, and then the fucking person comes up. They're like, "Oh, just pick a car."
Pick your car. You're like, dog, I could have done
Cool.
that 7 hours ago.
I'll take that, Hellcat. You guys have over there.
Whoa! Why are you saying he's picking a Hellcat?
Hey now. Hey now.
What? Because why wouldn't you?
Maybe he's a family
It's a
guy.
rental.
fucking
It's
junk.
a rental car. Yeah. Run it till the
There's so many
trans.
jokes I can't say.
Run it
Why
till you.
not? It's
Hey,
your podcast.
True.
You're the
Look.
one that employs me here.
I hold the racist stick.
hey.
Guy
Look,
Ferrari
everybody
pistol.
runs a Hellcat
I
until
don't
they
know if
blow a
everyone wants to train
tranny.
on anything. Let's be honest.
Sorry, one more time. Run that past me.
Everybody runs a Hellcat until they blow a tranny.
That works. Okay, gotcha.
He's like, that works in a
I
couple
want to make
ways.
sure I heard that right. Okay. Cool. All right, you two owe us resolutions.
What now?
New Year's resolution.
Oh, fuck.
Nothing about
Not saying I
cocktails.
believe in them, or that they're
Yeah.
not gay, but
Listen, I would just like to make it through the year without unaliving a certain someone that I would like to unalive. So we're gonna try our hardest come April. But if I don't come back from Washington in April, just know it was for a just cause.
okay.
Good man.
I was supposed to be there on December 16th to current, but that got pushed back.
I'll pay your bail.
I appreciate that. It got pushed back to end of April, so I'm gonna
He's
see.
getting hit with terrorism charges. He's not getting bail.
Oh, listen, I will fucking hop right over that little box.
That's
And,
why we have the ICU carts.
yeah,
You give that one, we're gonna break you out.
that's cool with me, bro, because that guy deserves it.
And you?
Hike more, shoot more. CEO.
All right.
Facts. Actually,
But
I know where one's at every Thursday.
also, before we leave here, I'd like to give a shout out to a few special people in our community, specifically Michigan Gorillas and Tarbers. Those fucks at the Longhouse. I don't care who runs it. You got Nazis in your fucking group. Marlin's Market. Fuck you. You got Nazis. Marion's Market. You got Nazis in your fucking group.
That's an FM spinoff.
That is an FM spinoff.
That used to be the FM, like the Finance and Maneuver Marketplace in Telegram before it disbanded.
Oh, and then turn it into Marlin's
Yeah.
Nazi
Yeah.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
That's great.
FM's still in that.
Any of you guys got any fucking problems with me? You know where to find me. Yeah? No? Rust Belt Industrial Center. You guys, anybody want to square up? You want to throw some fists? Bring your friends? Come on down.
And I will say before
It's
our
D
shared well
underscore
focus on-
R underscore scoundrel on Instagram. Go ahead. Sorry.
BR the Anarch shared a very good story about a lot of the people who were, sort of getting all down in the dumps and moaning and groaning, oh, great, look at how 2025 started off with, like, the attack in New Orleans, the explosions, and, everyone got arrested and stuff like that. That's, like, what these assholes who do the attacks want to do. So, like, don't fucking be a bitch about it. Like, do something about it. Control your controllables and grow up. Don't the terrorists win, essentially?
Exactly.
Nah, be a fucking nihilist, you pussies.
I'm a
Fucking
nihilist.
complain about how you're going. Everybody's so weak and
Complain about how dangerous the world is, but to refuse to protect yourself.
nothing
Yes,
matters.
yes.
No,
I've got so many coworkers that are like, the world's so dangerous, and I'm like, okay, why don't you, I don't know, get a gun, train with it, carry it, and they're like, well, I would never do that because guns are evil, and I'm like, and there's the fucking issue is because you think that if you don't want to fight like a man, aka knuckle to knuckle, that the bad's just gonna go away.
Cut this. Tarbers, come fight me. Tarbers,
fuck
come
that,
fight
don't
me.
cut that shit.
Cut this. Tarbers, come fight me.
Argument to that, guns are real cool, give me your car keys.
Yeah, 100%. I'm like, cool. let
Cars
me-
kill way more people than guns.
What's your
I'm
social
like, how about
security
alcohol? Are
number?
we still cool on alcohol?
Yeah. Oh, I know we're
6,
past this, but
9,
alcohol's now
6,
supposed to get like warning labels like
Yeah.
cigarettes.
3, 1,
I seen that as well.
3, 9, 4, 2.
Am I
Don't
supposed
cut
to
that.
cut that?
No, don't cut that.
Okay, I will cut that.
That might be Tarbers' social security number.
Okay. And 2025, train like hell.